Hey, welcome back. Today we are opening 4,294 Lucky Hero gear chests, and these chests are of course for KVK. I try to accumulate these chests all throughout the month leading up to KVK. Now, if you're smart, you wouldn't do it this way. This way is just so we can see some statistics behind it. If you watched the last time I did this, which was about 4,900 Lucky Hero gear chests last KVK, or the KVK prior to this last one, I made it a short and just zoomed through it as fast as possible, and I felt like we didn't have enough time to talk about why this is important to get this many gear chests and what my ultimate goal is and how I determined what mythic gear is going towards for each KVK. I have a whole spreadsheet for it. A lot of people will mention that, well, there's an optimizer that you should be using, etc. I take that optimizer with a grain of salt, and a large grain of salt. I'll talk a little bit more about why that is and what my experience has been with the optimizer and what my thought process is going into upgrading specific gear pieces versus what the optimizer came out with. I'm going to be opening all of these chests 100 at a time. That way you can see statistically if we are ahead or behind on how lucky we are. You have, when you open one loot box, you have a 1% chance of getting a mythic piece. Now, I talk about this every time, but just remember statistically it is always 1%. That does not mean if we do 100 we are guaranteed one. So we're going to go through and open them. If you see more than one on an open, then we have beaten the odds. If you see 3, then we have definitely beaten the odds and gotten really lucky. If you don't see any, then we did not get lucky at all. So let's talk about the optimizer. There is an optimizer out there, maybe a couple optimizers out there that I've seen, where you can put your stats in, you can put your heroes in, you can put the gear in that you currently have. You can also put in how much mithril you have, how many hammers you have, how much XP you have, etc. into these optimizers, and then you let it run and it will spit out, well, you should upgrade your archer boots or upgrade your archer helm or infantry or whatever it may be. I have found that this optimizer is weighted poorly, and what I mean by weighted poorly means that they weigh certain items a lot heavier than other items. For example, they weigh hammers a lot heavier than mithril when I used it. So for example, I had, when I was first getting my infantry gear up to plus 100s, meaning in the red plus 100, so maxed out, I had enough mithril to do it. I also had enough hammers to do it. I had enough mythic pieces to do it and enough XP to do it. And that was to max out my infantry gloves and chest, which are your health pieces of gear. And so maxing those out is extremely valuable because in infantry, especially in, let's say, a 60-40 meta, you are using 60% of your march is infantry, and those are the ones taking the brunt of the force or the damage, and you want them to be able to survive. So naturally, the first thing you do for infantry is get the gloves and chests maxed out if you can. And so that's what I was working on. And then my cavalry chest gloves were not as high as my helm and boots. And instead of maxing out my infantry health, it wanted to max out other pieces on health for archers and cavalry to make them equal to my archer and cavalry's lethality, which I do not think is correct at all. I believe that your infantry, if I have the mithril and the pieces for infantry health and to max that out, then I'm going to use that to max that out before I even increase my archer's health to be equal to my lethality for archers or cavalry. So take the optimizer with a grain of salt and use your own logic. What makes sense for you to use? Sometimes maybe it's good if you aren't into red gear and you have the gear still working up to level 10 forge hammers and plus 100 on level, then maybe it is good for you. I do not find it very good for optimizing mithril, so definitely take that with a grain of salt and use your own logic. I will never use the optimizers for that specific reason. Okay, that was a long-winded, I guess, rant about optimizers and how I find them ineffective, especially when they're going off of different data in game that may or may not be correct, which is a whole nother subject with simulators that I won't get into right now. The way I do it is I have a spreadsheet and I have each item listed out, or each piece of gear listed out, how many mythic pieces I need to accomplish my goal. I also set out 2 different scenarios. So I set out a scenario that maxes out my mithril, and then what I would have a stretch goal for, and then I do one that's more realistic with my mithril without going over some sort of budget with mithril, etc. So make sure you do something like that and plan ahead of how many hammers you'll need, how many mythic pieces you'll need, how many mithril you need going into KVK and upgrading it on day 5. We're getting to the end here with the opening the gears, and our last one coming up is 94 to open, so we don't quite have the even 100. So we'll see if we get lucky, and we do not get lucky. So unfortunately we didn't get one at the end there. We got a total of 63 mythic pieces out of the 4,294 Lucky Hero gear chests. So if we math that all out, the odds of getting a mythic piece was 1.455%. And if we compare that to I think it was just over 4,900 Lucky Hero gear chests I opened last KVK, we got 1.582%. So we're averaging about just over 1.5% per box open to get a mythic piece. So a little bit more than what in-game has stated about it only needing 1%. So we are either very lucky or in-game is off just a little bit, which I'm leaning towards definitely the first one, where we are just probably a little lucky. We've done this a few times, probably 3 or 4 times, and every time it's been above 1%. So I don't know if that tells you anything. With all of the chests that we've opened, the confidence level for getting over 1% is extremely high, high 90s it would be. To talk about a little bit more of the statistics behind this specific opening, we got 422 epic pieces, and then we got 3,842 rare pieces. With that, the average, if we were taking the mythic pieces into account, because obviously they don't give any experience, with that, the average experience per chest opened was 67.90 experience per chest opened. Now that is lower than the 100 enhancement XP part that you can buy, but nonetheless, once you start getting into reds and wanting to imbue, your bottleneck is not experience, nor is it hammers. It's going to be mithril and mythic pieces. So if you are working your way into red, make sure you are stockpiling your mythic pieces. With all of that, all of these mythic pieces and all the mithril that I have and hammers and all the XP that I've accumulated over the month will be used in our next video, which will be me upgrading all of the hero gear. So putting good use to all of these mythic pieces we just got. So if you are looking to see how I ended up using all of these pieces of gear on hero gear specifically and increasing them and imbuing them, then make sure you check out the next video. It will be on all of the mithril that we have accumulated, which is a lot. It's over $1,000 worth of mithril. So make sure you check that out. I will put a link to it right here if it has been posted. So if you see it on the screen, it is live and you can see it. If not, it'll be out in a couple days. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. It helps a lot. I did open a Discord server, and if you would like to join that server for giveaways, we will probably start a giveaway in about 1 week. I'll put a link to it right here on the screen. Comment below on what your goals are for next KVK with your hero gear and what you're looking to achieve. If you would like to talk to me one-on-one about your account, then you can sign up for a membership on YouTube and join the Discord, and you get special permissions there where you can ask me questions or specific things about your account, and then I can dive into that with you personally one-on-one. And with that, I will catch you on the next one.